Friends and foes, saints and sinners, guys, girls, and guests. Do y'all want to hear a story about Glenn? Baby, let me tell you a story about Glenn. For Glenn and anybody who knows Glenn, please make sure Glenn sees this message. He needs to hear it. So I makes me a Grindr profile. Mainly to advertise my single show to try and get guests, right? But I'm single. I do what the fuck I want, right? Glenn hits me up talking about he wants to be a guest on the show. So I'm talking to Glenn. Glenn quickly detours and starts asking me questions about my genitals. And see, it all started off fine, pleasantries, me giving Glenn instructions on how to log on to the show. But then Glenn going to ask me for a hookup out of nowhere. And say because he met me on Grindr. Nothing on my profile said I wanted a hookup. I definitely never said I wanted a hookup with you. If you go there to link with and have sex with anybody you think looks good in a picture, that's your business. But don't put your shit on me. There are plenty of decent folks on there who don't get down like you. I was trying to be nice. But you can't take a hint and you done pissed me off. Even if I were interested in a hookup, you're not in my league. I'm not interested in a trashy, average looking at best, balding, basic, cisgender white guy who's willing to fuck anything on Grindr and not be able to have a decent adult conversation. Now, see, I had to bring it to the internet because Glenn had the nerve to block me after he called me fat and said I wasn't that pretty. Number one, fat is not an insult to me. Child, grow up. And number two, we're not even going to address the pretty part. But anyway, Glenn blocks me, so I didn't have the opportunity to respond. So this is the part that I really want y'all to get back to Glenn for me, please. I don't know if Glenn thought it was an insult to say that I think highly of myself, but I abso-fucking-lutely do. They can't stand when you know that you're better than them. And if you think that's a problem, bitch, go get some self-esteem. But anyway, Glenn, I want you to know that I don't think highly of myself. I know highly of myself. And I know that fat, black, crippled, or crazy, I am better and too motherfucking good for you, Glenn. Now, Glenn, one thing we gonna stop doing is you gonna stop playing in my motherfucking face. You know good and goddamn. You didn't really think that you had a chance. Do Grindr then really gave you motherfuckers the audacity? Bitch. Number one, not we still doing this in 2022. Y'all need to get some motherfucking class. Number two, to all my queer and trans people who welcome and appreciate interactions like this, that's your motherfucking business. But you need to start informing these motherfuckers that we all don't get down like that. Side note, work on your traumas and your sexual repression in a healthy way. Inform these motherfuckers that we don't all get down like that. Or else they gonna learn in the same way that Glenn gotta learn. And to all the dumbass bitches who just gonna say that's Grindr, people treat you how you allow them. Just because you looking for a hookup does not mean you have to act like a fucking sex offender.